critically ill child is hospitalized, our Ronald McDonald House keeps families together every step of the way. Staying at our house within eyesight and walking distance to Children's Hospital, families ensure their child is never alone. Advocating for their best care, there's also plenty of time for connection with lots of hugs and bedtime stories. In nearly 40 years, no one has ever received a bill, whether family stayed for a few nights, several weeks, months, or even over the course of years. Thank you.
Good morning, crew. It is 6:30. It is July 21st. It's Mrs. Peaks to Plains' birthday today. So happy birthday, Misty. I love you very, very much. And she has the day off today, so that's some good news. Back from a vacation. I'm feeling refreshed. It was nice to get away with the kids. Kind of the last time we get to do that, maybe in sort of just the four of us kind of way. I don't know. I mean, I think as the kids get older, I'm probably going to have some internships and that sort of thing in the summers coming ahead. Anyways, that's what's going on with me. How are you? Thanks for being part of Peaks to Plains weather. Rachel did a great job of filling in for Mary and I while I was away a little bit. It was good to be able to still keep an eye on our weather and keep Peaks to Plains rolling. From a ship, though, in the middle of the ocean was kind of cool to do. Certainly not as efficient as when I'm here. But cheers to you this morning. I've got my Peaks to Plains mug. I've got the Squatch roast from American Classic Coffee in my mug today, and I'm rocking. I'm ready to go. So let's get to it. Let's talk about what we've got out there this morning across southern Colorado, because we want to talk about how hot it was yesterday across the area. It was toasty, 96 in the Springs, 100 in Pueblo. Usually Colorado Springs is not that close to Pueblo. It's usually 7 degrees different, so that was a little interesting yesterday. And the mountain valleys were toasty as well. Man, we were between 90 and 95. And then the hottest spot here on this map was 104 in Lamar. Early this morning, we are still pretty warm in a lot of places. I mean, we're still running in the 70s in Colorado Springs. We're some of the warmer spots around. Some of the concrete of the cities, helping to keep us warm. But even the mountain valleys, I mean, Gunnison is 51 this morning. So it's a real mild start to the day. And humidity recovery hasn't been all that great. Although you see over eastern Colorado, we do have a little bit higher humidity for Lyman and for Lamar. There's a little cold front that's going to back into the area today. Cold this time of year. Cool might be a better word, or at least a wind shift line, but it does play a role in our forecast. I would also point out to you that over the mountains, where we've got higher humidity levels, that's where the monsoon is, and that is going to be part of our forecast today as we kind of get a transition day on this Tuesday. Sun's out though, 72 in Pueblo. Like I said, light breeze out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Canyon City, sun bouncing off the trash truck there as we get our day underway. Still some shadows from the Rampart Range just to the east of town in Woodland Park, where it's 56. That sun will be out here shortly though, and it's sunny at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs as well, where it is a little bit breezier this morning, running out of the north at 17 miles per hour. Let's talk about the Aspen Acres fire. I know a lot of you saw that burning yesterday, and it looked worse than it was. I watched the update from the fire crews last night, the community meeting that they had, and most of the action was on the western end of the fire, which is where we expect it. I mean, we're 61% containment as we sit here, over 101,000 acres now, still the 7th largest all time in Colorado. But they did mention that a lot of the burn you saw, the smoke that you saw, was in kind of the chicken foot, and it looked bad, right? But they said it was in an area that they thought would burn was primarily up on the north end of this chicken foot here. And they said it actually helped them. So that's some good news, kind of right on the Custer and Pueblo County line. The lines down here on the south end are holding. They are feeling more and more confident about that. They've mentioned that that's good news for residents of Rye. And up on the north end of the fire, the Mingus Ranch area, the work they did last week is holding as well. So all in all, some good news from the fire, even though that looked difficult yesterday. How are you, my friends? I hope that you are good. Let me turn on the social media comments here, and I'll see how you guys are doing, because I want to check in with you. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Let me turn these on here and give me a moment to do so. I'm out of sorts a little bit here. Kind of out of my routine early this morning, taking a few days away. So, all right. Here we go. Deanne says that I had 105 on my patio yesterday afternoon in Canyon City. Yeah, it was hot. The Falcon Band Camp, Jeff says, we're out here in Falcon today. They're drilling out in the parking lot. That's pretty hot. John says, welcome back. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. And Susan says in Palmer Lake this morning, it is a beautiful morning. And she says, happy birthday to Mrs. Peaks to Plains too. Thank you. I will pass that on to her, Susan. That's very nice of you to do. All right, let's jump into our short-term forecast here, because I want to talk about the changes that are on the way for the next couple of days, because we do get a better chance of storms. And it's as the high shifts. We talk about the high this time of year because it drives where the monsoon is. And you can see most of it still off to our west here. We've had a pretty dry punch of air come in yesterday for sure, which was what helped to make the fire active. But as the high shifts off to the southeast and the wave up across the northern plains brings a cold front into the area, we do get some changes. The large-scale pattern today enhances the normal mountain plains circulation. So we have a north breeze in Colorado Springs this morning. In the early mornings, the wind wants to kind of come off the hills. But in the afternoons, it wants to push from the lower elevations up to the higher terrain. And both where the high is and that cold front coming in enhance that today. So it will be noticeably breezy in the afternoon. And that's something that you'll perceive. We're going to take the temperatures down a little bit from those numbers of yesterday. Here's another look at them. Over the mountain valleys, we'll drop back. We're probably in the 80s today. Colorado Springs will be in the low 90s instead of the mid 90s. And then over the eastern plains, a couple spots will get to around 100, but I don't have 104 in the forecast for Lamar today. So it's subtle. It's still hot. It's just a little bit better than yesterday. Moisture is still going to be pretty far west in the mountains, I think. I can't rule out something up against the hills. So there might be something over the Aspen Acres fire, over the interstate here. Can't, again, rule something out. Just not as likely as areas farther to the west. And that's because of where the high is. But you can see a pretty good funnel of moisture here as we move into the evening over western Colorado, maybe the western parts of the San Luis Valley as well. Tomorrow is the day of difference, not so much in the temps. We do get a little bit of a drop over the mountains again and in the Pikes Peak region, still around 100 over the plains, but it's a different moisture day tomorrow. As we hit the afternoon, we have a better chance of storms east of the mountains than today and a better coverage of storms over the high country. These storms aren't going to move all that fast. So if you get hit by maybe one of the stronger ones here, you'll have the potential to pick up a quick quarter or a half inch of rain. And see how they're kind of just blobbing around a little bit? That's because we're in the vicinity of this high. There's no strong steering currents. Now, as we hit the evening, I think we get a better chance of storms along the Arkansas River than we'll have during the day. But some of these things are going to last until the late evening. So tomorrow is a better rain chance day than we've had for a bit here. And Thursday kind of looks that way as well. The temperatures come down even more over the mountains. In fact, we start to see some 70s for highs. Denver's into the 80s. We're still around 100 over the southeast plains, but we're pushing that hottest air off to the southeast a little bit. So I'm going to show you two computer models here, and I'm just going to ping pong back and forth between them a little bit while I make this point. So this is taking us through Thursday, and most of this is coming on Wednesday and Thursday. They're focused on different areas because they're both picking up on thunderstorms, right? It's kind of hard to pinpoint where those will be. But they have the same idea, that there will be a couple spots where we maybe get around an inch of rain or more. And then if you get hit by a storm, you'll get a quarter to maybe a half inch of rain. So that's certainly good news and something that we need, as you know. With the fires that we've had going, the drought conditions that we have I mean, we need a day or two of some rain here. And as we look at the extended forecast, I have a little bit more of that on the way. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching Mornings with Meister on Peaks to Plains Weather.
Employee pricing is over, but at Phil Long Ford in Motor City, American value still means something. Colorado's best season, Phil Long's biggest discounts of the year, 0% financing, no payments for 90 days. And I'll throw $1,000 towards your down payment. Plus, get a complimentary 2-year premium maintenance plan.
That's the Phil Long way.
We'll beat any deal by $750, and we'll prove it only at the original Ford store in Motor City.
This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for evacuation orders, law enforcement activity, missing persons, and more. Choose up to 5 locations that matter to you, like home, work, and school, so you know what's going on and what to do next. It's free, easy to set up, and designed to keep you in control. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
I'm Catherine.
And I'm Dewey, here with another water-wise tip.
During summer, do you know why we water up to 3 days a week?
To make the best use of me.
Exactly. It builds deeper, stronger roots and makes your lawn more resilient.
Also, use the cycle and soak method. Try shorter cycles with breaks in between to reduce runoff.
And in spring or fall, you can water 1 or 2 days per week. Be water-wise and your lawn will thrive.
Now that's water-wise. Learn more at csu.org/waterwise.
All right, what you need to know about the extended forecast is that our storm chances are getting better because the high is moving. And we're going to kind of shift it off to the southeast a little bit here. So as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, the plume shifts east. We've got the upslope behind the cold front, and that helps to increase our storm chances. And so we need this here in a big way. Here's hoping that you get some rain at least one of these days. As we move into the weekend, the moisture thins out a little bit because there's a pretty significant wave here that's going to kind of roll off to the east. We've still got it overhead. I think particularly east of the mountains, we'll see storm coverage and chances come down here as we head into Friday. But we've still got this thing circulating around, and it's kind of like a washing machine. We're just recirculating the moisture underneath this thing every day. And we've still got this tap out here. It's just not as thick as what we're going to have on Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll keep some storm chances around, especially up against the eastern mountains and westward here as we head through the weekend. And I think the farther east you go, the storm chances are going to drop a little bit. But it is certainly some moisture that we need, as you know, and, you know, I'm hoping that you get a couple days of some storm chances here because we need it in a big way. We do need to point out, though, that, you know, over the burn scars, rain is good, but it does come with a double-edged sword due to flash flood concerns. As we head into Friday and Saturday and storms drop a little bit, we increase the temperatures. And then it looks like we'll get a little bit stormier again next week. So, you know, some ebbs and flows are still to be expected here, even in the mountains. But we'll have storms around every day, even over our eastern mountains here. I think once we hit tomorrow, again, today's kind of that transition day. And then over the plains, Thursday is the best chance. There will be more storms Thursday than we get tomorrow. So Pueblo, we might miss out tomorrow. As we get into kind of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're getting hot again. Monday and Tuesday, the moisture thickens up in a way that may bring us another chance of some storms. And so, you know, we'll deal with those as they come and kind of take things day by day here over the next few days. Got a couple questions from you guys that I want to make sure we answer this morning. Tim says, we've got a pool party in Monument tomorrow. Are we going to have that? Well, maybe not, Tim. So that's, rough timing. Is what it is. I hope with whatever your window is, maybe a storm happens earlier and then moves on. My best to you guys, though. And then this is a good question. Will the weather be severe over the next couple of days or primarily just rain? Big bass player there and heavy metal fan. So I like that. No severe weather expected other than the chance of some flash flooding on the burn areas. So, that's something I think we'll take at this point. Everybody would agree with that to help get some water on some of the fires. Isaac says it's the first time I've been able to tune in over a week. Happy Tuesday. Bring on the rain. And Jim says, hope you had a great cruise. We missed you. It's good to be missed. We did have a great time with the kids. We went from Galveston to Cozumel, Mexico. Got to do a little bit of snorkeling on our port day. It was really, really fun. First time I had done a cruise, and I liked it. There's a lot of people, obviously, on a boat there, but it was nice. Kind of nice to have everything and cruise around. I thought about playing some poker, going down to the casino, but I thought it was better to hang out with the fam, so we did that, and we had a really, really good time. So that's where we sit, crew. I do want to let you know about something going to be at on Friday night. Peaks to Plains Weather is one of the sponsors of Parks and Recreation Month in Colorado Springs. And on Friday, there is a concert for the community at Pinyon Valley Park on the northwest side of Colorado Springs. You can go to the Colorado Springs Parks and Rec page and learn more about this. But the Sofa Killers, real popular band, is going to be playing from 6:30 to 8:30. The event starts at 6 o'clock. They have giveaways. We're going to have a Peaks to Plains tent out there. I'm going to put up a green screen so kids, young and old, can do weather out there. We've got a QR code on top of the tent where if you haven't downloaded the app yet, you can do so. I invite you to download the app if you haven't done that. We'd love to see you out there. Should have fewer storms around on Friday. A couple days ago, I was a little bit worried about the event, but I think there's a little bit better chance of it going off now. So, of course, that means a storm will be right over it. Since I'm out there with a lot of people, that's usually how my life goes. But I'd love to see you out there. I think it'll be a great time. Rachel's not going to be able to make it. If Mary hasn't had the baby, she might try to get out there as well. But we would love to see you out there. Green Bay Barb says you were missed. Barb, good to be missed. It is good to see you. And Ann says good morning. Crew, good morning to you. I am going to see if I can get out today and maybe meet Spence from American Classic Coffee. I think he's out at a farmer's market today. You can check that out at AmericanClassicCoffee.com. But I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see him. I got a lot to do today. I got some work to do on the behind the scenes stuff. I have some videos to edit. I've got some social media stuff to post. So I better stop messing around with you guys and I better get on with the day. You better get on with the day as well. Thanks for watching Mornings with Meister here on Peaks to Plains Weather. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day. And, if we get anything crazy happening today, we will let you know. We'll keep an eye on the fire as well. But I hope you have a good Tuesday.
Ramos Law serves people. We make the world a better place. We put people ahead of anything else. It's my name on this business. It's my face on the billboards. And what you don't see through any of that stuff is you don't see my heart. We've built this family, this Ramos Law family, in a way that will include you. And hopefully by the end of our representation, you also feel part of the Ramos Law family. I look forward to taking care of you.